Hey everybody, welcome back to the Breathfire 3 walkthrough. We have recently completed the underground laboratory and are apparently going to go check in with the fairies. Trying to remember. Alright, made a new room, culture level rose, and I didn't see that last one. Maybe made a new room? Let's find out here. Yeah, looks like I made a new room. So on this one, it looks like I've got, I basically left a couple of the fairies to be hunters, which they seem to be doing good on food. If you ever find yourself running, like, I don't know, I wouldn't even say, I wouldn't let him get low by any means. If your food starts to go down, like if you noticed at one point, you had, we'll say 28 in this case, and you come back the next time and you're at 20, you're definitely going to need to put another fairy into hunting. Otherwise, they will eventually run out and then start dying. So you want to keep a sharp eye on that. Otherwise, it looks like I just continued on with my plan of getting the culture level up to 7. Looks like, yeah, I just talked to a few people just to check on story related stuff. I think this episode, what one is this? This will be a trip through the Windia Castle, as well as, I don't know if I'd say tying up loose ends, but more of a like a extras, getting a couple extra things. So unfortunately, not a whole lot of battle system type stuff, but that's okay. Oh boy, I think this is another one of those. It's another one of those stand around moments. So, not to speak much about a different walkthrough, but we are getting close to the split point where I'll start actually having footage from my most recent playthrough, which again is I felt like it was a lot more fun maybe than this one. This one just felt like I felt like I just steamrolled everything, which is exactly what happens when you're crazy overleveled. All right, so let's head on over to Windia again. So at this point, I believe I had already found of the 4 hide-and-seek kids, I had already found Lang, the one that's actually in the Windian catacombs. So, I believe actually during this episode we will find, I'll show you the other 3 hiding spots. Trying to think of what happens. Alright, so this is where Nina and Ray go to the castle. Nina thinking it's probably not the best idea still for the main character to be showing up. So I guess maybe at this point I'll just take a little bit of time to talk about Ray, and man, that guy is just awesome. Obviously very high agility naturally, and he gains a lot just by leveling. He doesn't even necessarily need a master that even gives even more. I mean, granted, that's exactly what I do, but Um, but yeah, you know, the other thing is he's got the Were-Tiger form now, and that is just, it is, it's overpowered, really, in all honesty. He's already insane. Like, he's already a great character to have in your party, and then to give him that the Were-Tiger is just makes him, it just makes him overpowered. It's you know, I don't know how else to say it. It's crazy. I don't even know why they decided to put that in. Maybe they weren't expecting people to figure out that you can use influence to control him. You know, I guess that's my thought. But you know, once you've reached that point and realized, you know, that influence works on him, it's just over at that point. It just makes the rest of the game so easy, especially when you equip him with the right gear. So a couple of things though, there's kind of some intricacies to it that you have to know. So one of them is that you generally don't want to have Ryu with the main character to have the influence skill. Because if you use influence and then change or transform into a dragon, it like resets it, and it makes it so that the Were-Tiger basically will target anybody again. So that's huge. That's you know, I made that mistake quite a bit when I first started playing the game, and you know, that's a huge issue. You know, it becomes a huge issue because once the Were-Tiger starts attacking your own characters, you're gonna have, you know, a lot of problems really fast. So typically what I like to do is actually have somebody else other than so the third character have influence, and it also helps if that character is slower than Ri. The reason being is if you influence before he actually transforms, so like we'll just say for example's sake, if you transform if you use influence and on a faster character than Ri, and then use transform after, the influence will have not done anything because he was still in his normal form before it was actually used. So you know, again, my recommendation is to just put influence on somebody that's slower than him, which is not difficult to do. Again, being that he's got such high natural agility anyway, it takes a lot of effort to make, you know, anyone else faster than Ri anyway. So there's that. You know, that like I said, very important to not really have influence on Ri. I guess if you're only planning to ever use the unberserked Kaiser form of you know, the main character, if that's all you plan on ever doing, then by all means go ahead, transform into the Kaiser, and then you can use your influence then. But still not necessarily something that I recommend. You know, again, my strongest recommendation is to use it on somebody else, and preferably someone that's slower. So that, anyways, next, moving on. The next good thing to know about Were-Tiger is he actually retains any like elemental resistances, or, you know, in some cases absorption from his actual gear. So what that means is one of my favorite pieces of armor in the game is the magma armor, and that will allow you to absorb any fire attacks. So the dragon forms on the other don't work that way. They once you turn into a dragon, you lose those elemental properties, and you gain the properties of whatever gene you used. So, you know, good to know though that Ri still retains those elemental absorptions. So basically, what that really means is if you're facing somebody that's going to be casting lightning skills, and you've got Ri equipped with, say, the lightning ring, and you turn into a were-tiger, well, even though you're a were-tiger, you're going to still be able to absorb those lightning attacks. So, you know, again, very useful and good information to know. The same goes for his weapons. If you equip him with, you know, some sort of weapon that's got, say, a flame attribute, his attacks will still retain that flame attribute. Interestingly enough, you can use that to your advantage as well if you don't use influence, or if, we'll say, something happened and you know, influence wore off, or like your character that influenced him died and was resurrected. You can actually have him equipped with an elemental weapon, and then have, say, we'll just say, you know, if your main character is untransformed and he does have the magma armor on, and we'll say your third character's got, say, a ring of fire. If he attacks them, it will actually heal them, and for quite a bit, because the were-tiger does have such a high power rating. So, you know, interestingly enough, you can kind of cover your weaknesses, or the you can use the disadvantages of the were-tiger to your advantage. You know, so again, it's just crazy overpowered, and you can do some really silly things with it. Unfortunately, the only real drawback that I see with were-tiger is once he does get knocked out, or so we'll just say, which is one of the things that happens with me a lot, is we'll just I usually have re-equipped with a you know, probably one, maybe two elemental absorbing types of armor, so magma armor plus, say, a ring of ice or something. And then I'll use my last accessory slot for a soul gem. And the reason being is that when the were-tiger does get knocked out, then that soul gem will basically take the hit for you and, you know, resurrect you at full health. The great thing about that is then you don't lose necessarily a turn as the were-tiger. You know, you won't have to resurrect and then you know, transform him back into the were-tiger. It'll just that soul gem will actually get shattered, and he will retain were-tiger as well, and just, you know, keep attacking. You know, so that's actually at the disadvantage, though, that or herein lies the disadvantage. You can't, once that soul gem is shattered, there's no way to re-equip him with a new one. So, you know, another knockout will mean that he does get knocked out. So, you know, good stuff to know, and in many situations that won't even become an issue anyway. The only times I really foresee those types of issues happening is when you're trying to fight the what would it be, like the container yard enemies, so like the berserker or the archmage, the ones that have the potential to one-shot you. So, but you know, I will talk about that a little bit later, and perhaps we'll speak about were-tiger a bit later too. But anyways, so Nina's obviously was getting a passport for everybody, and one of the guards recognized Rhi as being, you know, one of the hero's friends. So they were not going to allow us to leave. But being that Honey is here and with us, we're gonna follow her. She did get us outside once. Why not again? Alrighty. Uh-oh. Got a dead end. It looked like Honey just fell right down the hole. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Don't be alarmed. All right. And therein lies the reason for taking, the real reason for taking Ree with us. Needed him to unlock that door. All right. So I forget if this is this waypoint A? I forget. I think this is waypoint A. So at this point, we're finally able to use these teleporters, which actually do come in very, very handy. Not so much the ones on, I should say, around here, but there are some more teleporters that get opened up later on, and they're very, very nice. makes travel around the world quite a bit faster. I don't know. It always looks like Nina's mom has like a beat stick or something. She's always like, oh, that must be a scepter. I guess I would assume. Possibly jeweled. What the heck have you done? Don't be mad at Honey. She just saved our butts. Like, really? What have you done? Well, I don't know. Maybe, prevented you from being arrested? Maybe you should think about that. Mr. Ree, Mr. Highwayman, Mr. Bandito, El Grande. I got nothing. I don't know what to call him. Where Tiger Man? Favorite person in the party? I don't know. So yeah, all right. So we teleported out over to Delonzo, or no, sorry, not Delonzo, Durandal's little shanty there, which oddly enough, he was not home. Very, very strange, actually. That's kind of sneaky. Like if you hadn't like explored his place there, the first time that could possibly be the first time you ever come through here, and he wouldn't be there. So like I said, a little kind of sneaky there. I'm surprised they did that. It's not like he's some crazy, powerful, hidden master, He's quite possibly the worst one in the game. Yeah, I don't know. Just strange, I guess. All right, so where are we off to next? I'm going to assume we try to find the hide and seek kids. That's what I'm going to call them. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I don't know. Though, if I would have been thinking, I would have hopped back in that teleporter, because you can actually teleport all the way over to Emetai's place, which is right next. Yeah, that is where I'm going. Can about guarantee it. But you can teleport right to Emetai's place, which is right next to the Donna Mine. So a little surprised I decided to take this one. I guess, yeah, I don't know. It seems strange. It seems strange that I would just take the long way, especially when you've got a brand new nice teleporter. But hey, whatever. Maybe I was looking for Goo Titans. That's a possibility. Seems like something I would do. It's not looking like I had any luck though. So Goo Titans. Speaking of those little tykes, I've been fighting a lot of them lately towards the end of the game now, and man, they are more brutal than I remember. Especially when there's more than one of them together. They can really put the hurt on you fast. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't step into the Ogre Road and grab another couple of horseradish, because that's coming right up too. We'll be using those very soon. So yes, a little interesting. Oh, and yes, here I swapped Momo in because we are going to need her for the mine. Yep. That is where we went. And I do apologize. I didn't make a beeline, you know, towards the goal. I was I don't know. I don't know if I'd say I got lost, but I kind of forgot my way in this place. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, apparently. It didn't take long. Just don't know where I'm going. And I will say I waited until right now to come back here. Technically, I could have come back a little bit earlier. But that would have been before we got Momo. And it's not really worth coming back in here without her. What I mean by that is I could have come in here just to get oh, is it Bias, B, I don't know, Bias, something like that. I think that's the one. But the tall hide and seek kid, but he, you know, again, so that would have just made an extra trip, because my intent was still to get in here for there's a hidden coupons, as Ron White would say. So yeah, again, you know, wait until you have Momo. Tin, tin, tin. Tin, tin, tin. Oh, yeah, buddy. Rolling in healing herbs. Man, 41. He is 21. That's right. I forgot. I didn't use him for the underground laboratory. You know, and again, I spoke about it a little bit in the last, I think that was the last video, or maybe it was the one before, but the very, very odd choice for me. Normally, once I get him, he does not leave my party. So, you know, interesting choice. And if I remember right, this is a dead end. So this is not the correct way to come in here. Yeah, that's right. This is the... I don't know where I'm going. God, I could have swore that I knew this was not the right way. You know, especially when you come out here and it's like, oh, okay. So this isn't the first time I've been here, you know, looking for the coupons. I guess I knew they were somewhere here in the mines. I just couldn't remember exactly where. So that's kind of why I ran around and generally did some crazy stuff. And this is not the right spot either. It's weird. This seems dark. Maybe I just never noticed that before. I don't know. I don't remember this area being this dark. Huh. Well, whatever. Not important, I guess, but still a bit odd. Zombie doctor. Doctor. Scattered the enemy. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh boy. Man. I must have got distracted here again. Yeah. So here I'm shooting at walls. Yeah, this is not the spot. This is completely wrong. I'm not even close right now. Sometimes it's just funny to watch. Like I said, I said it in one of my other videos. I wish that video capture, was something that I had access to at age 10 or whatever it was. The first time I played this. Cause I bet it would have been hilarious, or who knows? Maybe I was like a prodigy and I just don't remember. Okay, I doubt that. I do remember having a difficult time with this game actually, and I don't know if it was because I just didn't. Well, it was the first time I played it. I guess I didn't know what. Really anything about how the battle system really worked well, so. All right, so again, now this treasure chest in here, I actually did not grab the first time I came through when it was just the hero and Gar, knowing that I was just gonna come back and there wasn't anything important in here anyway. Yeah, multivitamin. That's what I thought. So this is the spot. God, wow, my aim is terrible. Nope, yep, there we go. Okay. All right, got some coupons. I love Ron White, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Alright. Scattered the enemy again. Weird. Seems like a common occurrence around me. That is it though. Yeah, that's it for this place. There's nothing else, there's nothing else to find that I hadn't already got in the previous playthrough. I think I just wandered around and kind of tried to make my way out. And I picked the wrong. I should have picked, basement 3, and it didn't take me long to figure out that I went the wrong way. But, I did. So my bad. That was where the light clothing was. But all right, we're gonna take the elevator up to B3, and like I said, I'm pretty sure I cut this. So I did the run back to the eastern checkpoint off camera, so that. You guys didn't have to sit through that. Gosh, and look at that. This whole place just looks really dark. Oh, I didn't find the hide and seek guy. That was the last part. That was the last thing I needed to do here. He is coming right up behind this next pillar, next one, right there, right here. There he is. All right. It's going to bring this video to a close. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, but I hope you all are enjoying the videos, and join me for more. All right. Thanks for watching.